We recently saw the launch of the new Power Rangers Reignition toy line and realized that even though the promotion was only for 6 action figures, they actually had many more products prepared. Likewise, they also had a very secret plan about the future of Power Rangers, and that is that they are going to use artificial intelligence to improve the quality of the first season of Mighty Morphin. Supposedly in July 2025 they are going to release this first season of Mighty Morphin after improving the quality with artificial intelligence, and supposedly they are going to release the episodes on YouTube, but also on Netflix. This is a bit confusing, as I don't know if Netflix wants the episodes to be released for free on YouTube, as then it doesn't represent any attraction for the platform to have those episodes that would no longer be exclusive. We know that many Power Rangers episodes are released on YouTube consistently, but having the episodes with better quality exclusively on Netflix would be a way to attract new subscribers to the platform. The dilemma now throughout the Power Rangers community is that it is unknown if this is the attempt Hasbro is going to make to revive the franchise and they will cancel the reboot altogether. It is not known if these new revamped episodes with artificial intelligence will be the only thing Hasbro will do to revive Power Rangers. There are many fans very disappointed by this announcement, and although it is not yet official, it seems to be real. Even the artist who was going to do the costume designs for the first reboot made several posts about how upset he was because he thinks this is the worst attempt to revive the franchise since they are not trying at all. Making improvements with artificial intelligence is not a complicated task, and it is for this reason that a top artist must be very disappointed with this news. The reality is that the renewal of Mighty Morphin seasons has happened before, and we all know that has never worked. Even, the release of all those new Power Rangers Reignition toys are an exact copy of all the products that were released in 1993 by Bandai. This is because Hasbro's idea is to start creating content on social media and enhance the Mighty Morphin season to provoke the child audience to be interested in Mighty Morphin. The idea is to try to revive the franchise using the team that has had more fame, and for this they must get the children to know the Mighty Morphin since they obviously did not live the era of 1993. According to information on the internet, the idea of this new path is to create products that are almost completely aimed at a child audience and very little for adults. It is for this reason that we could see that the quality of these new toys is terrible for any adult, but we all know that they are quite good for any child. The logic they have with this idea is to seek out this child audience through social media by creating short videos using the help of content creators, as this child audience now only watches this type of short format content. This has a pretty big irony to it, as the very idea lets you know that targeting the franchise to this type of audience is not going to work, as they are not interested in long-form content or watching a TV series. Worst of all, Mighty Morphin was created in a very different era, and there are many things that today's child audience is not going to be able to understand since they never lived in that era. An example of this is that in 1993 almost no one had a cell phone, and there were no smartphones either. This will cause that in many occasions children will not understand why they do not solve the problem by making a simple phone call or searching the internet. Problems that today have very simple solutions, at that time were very different and complicated. Adults can watch old movies or series and this is not a problem for us, but the children's audience is very different. I think the idea of trying to revive the franchise by going back to the main problem is the worst idea they have ever had, and we have proven it many times. We have to remember that the main problem with the downfall of the franchise is that the world has changed. Kids don't consume that kind of content anymore, and they don't watch television anymore. For many years now, the majority of the Power Rangers audience has been adults, and they are the same ones who are on the lookout for new products to collect. The easiest way to recognize that children are no longer consuming Power Rangers is to see how many boys or girls dress up as Rangers on Halloween, and they are always looking to dress up as the character they are always watching. Last year I only saw 2 kids dressed up as Power Rangers, and I remember in the past there were always a lot of kids dressed up as Rangers. We have known for a long time that Power Rangers should be a series aimed at a more mature audience, at least 13 years old and up, and this is almost the only way to revive the franchise. Even the idea of creating an animated series is also good, but I have always thought that very few animated series transcend as much as live-action content. Besides this, Power Rangers has always been live-action, and this is part of the essence of this franchise, so an animated series can only be a complement to continue growing the franchise. We don't know if the plan to create a new universe together with Paramount is still in development, but that would be the best way for the franchise, and it would be the only way to revive the whole franchise. Perhaps many are going to think that previously this had been attempted with the 2017 movie and that this was a failure, but that failure had nothing to do with having created a universe aimed for a more mature audience. The failure of the 2017 movie was for other reasons, and the best thing about that movie was all the things they added because it was a universe aimed for a more mature audience. The special effects, Billy's death in such a raw way, the deeper themes and the whole picture style. These are the things that the new universe should have, and not an approach for a child audience. Besides the problem of using artificial intelligence to improve the Mighty Morphin series, another problem that fans have mentioned is that Hasbro continues to focus only on that one team and have forgotten that the franchise has more than 20 different teams. According to information on the internet, Playmate's plan is to create the entire Mighty Morphin collection for the next 2 or 3 years, and if they have good results, then they will create all the other teams. The creation of the other teams is going to be as follows: they are going to create each complete team and they are going to release them in the same order that the seasons were released. This is in response to the fact that the Lightning Collection did not create the complete teams, and many of us were never able to complete our collection. We know that there are some complete teams, but in many occasions, they only created some team members and not the complete team. Although the idea of creating all the teams is very good, the reality is that, if this is going to depend on the sales of Mighty Morphin, then we will never see the other teams. I say this because I don't think they will have many sales, since the Lightning Collection sold a lot to adults and not to children. If this is the reality of the sales of Power Rangers products, then I don't think this new Power Rangers Reignition collection will have many sales, since almost no adult liked the quality of these toys, since they are for a child audience. It is unfortunate to see that a franchise like Power Rangers, which has the potential to compete with big franchises, is wasting it by continuing on the same path that has led them to failure and do not want to start a new path, even if it is risky. Write in the comments your opinion about this news, like this video and subscribe for more Power Rangers.